Qaf of the 26th juz speaks of resurrection, its denial by the disbelievers, and then responding to them by inviting them to reflect on the signs in and around them and also history. 17 to 18 speaks of the recording angels, followed by the opening of the records in the hereafter. Then a fearsome portrayal of hell contrasted with the calm image of paradise in 30 to 31. The surah concludes at 45 with a directive to the Prophet: remind with the Quran those who fear my warning. Dhariyat up to verse 30 also emphasizes the hereafter, listing some characteristics of the believers in 15 to 19. Allah's signs are mentioned in 20 to 22, then concluding this juz at ayah 30 with the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam and his wife when they were visited by the angels. Juz 27 starts at verse 31 of Dhariyat with a reference to the past communities, highlighting their common excuses and responses to their messenger, concluding with a warning to the disbeliever in verses 59 to 60. The 49 verses of Tur refute the doubts of the disbeliever with a list of questions in ayahs 29 to 43, powerful enough to silence any rebel. However, he does not budge. The surah says in verse 44, even if they see a part of sky falling down, they will say it is but a mass of clouds. The surah then concludes on a note of reassurance for the Prophet: you are under our watchful eyes. Do his praise then in the morning and night and at a time when stars retreat. Verse 48. Najm starts with describing the first revelation, following by a reference to Isra wal Mi'raj, discussing the idols Lat, Manat, and Uzza, the superstitious beliefs regarding angels, references to accountability, then closing the surah with a command to all mankind to prostrate themselves before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, verse 62. Qamar begins with a scene from the Day of Judgment and ends with the same. In between are references to the fates of the past communities and an image of peace as it talks about the gardens and running rivers that will be the destiny of the believers in the hereafter. Rahman, with the 78 ayahs, addresses both the humans and the jinns who are constantly challenged to deny, if they can, any of Allah's blessings. The universe is the great stage where all these blessings are exhibited. Waqia primarily discusses resurrection, giving examples of plants and agriculture, the drinking water, the fire that we kindle, concluding the surah with a powerful description of man's situation at the point of his death. Then why do you not intervene when it, yani the soul, reaches the throat? The surah ends re-emphasizing the truth of the Quran in verse 95 to 96. Hadil is an address to the Muslims to fulfill the requirements of faith, with special directives listed in verses 7 to 10. 11 is a call to offer a generous loan to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. 16, a command to humble themselves at the remembrance of Allah. 20 compares this world to the next. 20 to 21 is an invitation to compete for His pleasure, concluding the surah with a final address to the believers. Be mindful of Allah. Believe in His messenger. He will give you a double measure of His mercy and provide you with a light to walk in, and will forgive you.
من أجبت دعاء نوح فانتصر وحملته في فلكك المشحون يا من أحال النار حول خليله روحا وريحانا